Oh my god, it's literally straight away already delivering. Folks, welcome back to Bronze League Legends. No, and he's actually doing it. We have 0-minute farms. Oh my god. This is incredible. Okay, folks, let's set the stage. Rongjing versus Daniel Toms. I start this day by saying I have not seen Roos played on Hideout yet in Bronze. And we finally get it straight away. This game is between Rongjing, who is 287 elo, and then Daniel Toms in the red is the French. He plays a lot of French. Actually plays a lot of pretty much everything. It's interesting to see this diversification. He has a lot of Ottomans, Mongols, and Rus. They are 343 elo. And Daniel Toms, this person has been consistently a bronzer for every season. Every season he's played, every season, Daniel has come out bronze. Rongjing, on the other side, however, hasn't played that much. Rongjing, by the looks of it, is a very recent player. They actually have only been playing this season. And I checked it. Like, I think collectively, like, on their account, they have, like, 40 to 50 games total across all modes. They played a few games in 3v3s, a few in 2v2s, one in 4v4s. Outside that, it's just like a bunch of ranked. And they've come out of 304 elo. And they've been having a rough time. Their win rate hasn't been looking good. I can't imagine why. I can't believe it. So for those that want to know why like this is usually kind of a no-no, and oh my god, it's even better, guys. We've got the random waypoint. We've got the mid waypoint between resources. I love seeing this. It's been a while since we had that because I felt like we started off the series seeing a lot of it, and then it just kind of disappeared. Meanwhile, Daniel knows the waypoint onto the resource he wants. But on the opening, actually, I'm also curious. Rongjing have they been? They got forestry. They have not built a hunting cabin, so they've got no gold generation. And if I'm not mistaken, they have yet to shoot any deer, even the ones in their own base. Oh, Rongjing, never change, you beautiful creature. He's setting up a third farm. So the reason why usually you don't do farms straight away is they take a very long time to pay off. They take 75 wood to build each to occupy one village infinitely. Sheep are better, deer are better. All these things would be better. And yet Rongjing, not only that, he's doing long distance mining. Because Rongjing, he only has 5 people on wood, right? How could he afford a mining camp if he's going to build these farms? It doesn't work, guys. He had to make the hard choice in life. He could have went for a mining camp, or he could have had an additional farm. And as we know, food is more important than wealth to a starving man. And Rongjing is definitely starving right now. He has only got 100 food a minute. Meanwhile, Daniel, already on the way up. It's a Chamber of Commerce build, which has for some reason been built closer to the neutral trade post. A neutral trade post, by the way, that Daniel is fully aware of. Sorry, let's get that 2 times, by the way. Daniel fully knows where this trade post is, by the way, because when you play as the French, you see where the trade posts are on your mini-map through the Shroud. That's one of the unique perks of the French. They know where all the trade is. It's almost like the devs really wanted the French to do everything the best. You can tell that clearly Relic, based in Canada, has some French Canadians. Because when the game released, this Civ had French Knights, which felt OP to a lot of people. They had fast-producing villages. They had trade. They basically had everything. Hasn't worked out that way in the most recent meta. In fact, this is considered one of the weakest civs. Let's see what Daniel can do on this map. Rongjing continues to harass buildings, as he has before this. Rongjing is hard going for it, by the way. He's slamming it. He's like, I will kill this building before I die. Okay, maybe not. But 300 damage, folks, and it'll never get repaired, guaranteed. Walls are now going up because Daniel doesn't want anyone to know about his trade. Because Rongjing might be looking to get aggressive with his no military units. He only has a Rax. Rongjing is still only in Dark Age. And this is truly the darkest of times for the Rus. This is... Okay, so he's at least going to get the Kremlin. I was about to say, this is all this wood gathering without the extra wood. He's now dropping the Kremlin, which will give him the wooden fortress influence, which means he'll get an extra 20% wood on drop-off. And the AoE on the Kremlin is much bigger than the wooden fortress. This will affect the lumber camp. But folks, this is There's a very interesting time. And Rongjing like is playing the Rus, and the Rus are typically one of the fastest civs in the entire game to reach field age because they tend to hunt bounty. So they get all this extra gold surplus that allows them to tech faster than other civs. Rongjing has still 7 minutes into the game killed no deer. He has killed less deer than the French player. Dear God. No, really, there must be a dear God protecting these, because like they're untouchable. And if I'm not mistaken, after losing the scout, Rongjing just built another one out of the town center. Oh, so no hunting. Guys, it makes sense, actually. No hunting cabins, no sheep, no deer. Rongjing is the true vegan. It's the Rus vegan. Oh my God. Like even the hunting cabin that suggests that they are going to hurt animals is not allowed in his kingdom. To the point that he will not build hunting cabins even if it would allow him to drop off the farm food quicker. He just builds a second layer around the TC. What am I witnessing here? And he's also getting stoned. So Rongjing, he knows he needs more farms because he needs to feed more people because he's going to have a second TC soon. Meanwhile, Daniel Toms only has one goal in mind. Trade. Trade. And then just when you think you've traded enough, you trade even more. In fact, I'm looking at where they're both gathering wood right now. And it might take a while. But I cannot be the only one thinking that the way that this game might be concluded is down the center. I don't watch these games ahead of time, by the way. Like, we are discovering as we go. So if that ends up being the way this goes, good God. Beautiful. Rongjing's beautiful army is just standing guard. So the classic, just in case we get attacked. And oh, he moves out. That's a great move there by Rongjing. 3 horsemen onto a scout. That's what the best counter you can do at this point in the game against scout. Like, this far away from home, 2 horsemen would definitely kill. But 3 guarantees it. So, scouting vision removed. Daniel Toms is now playing blind. But Daniel Toms has built the wall. So red hides everything they're doing. Their dirty little secret. No one will know about their 14 gold trade. And over time, it's going to be something. It's going to take a very long time, though. Daniel Toms has, interestingly enough, moved villages out into some peculiar areas. I think these were the wall builders, so he's just got them with gold now. It's going to be a burn for attempt by Rongjing, but he gets scared by the 3 archers. Oh, no. The classic 3 archer intimidation tactic is successful. So Rongjing's like, well, that was way too much damage on my army, okay? I look after my people. I even named each of them. This is Jack, Jill, Bill, Till, and Frill. We call this one Frill because, you know, he likes to go in with all the frills. Sorry, this one in the middle. He's Frill. Because he's wearing all the frilly stuff. We can't let them die. When you name them, guys, like, you become attached to them. Like, where is he right now? Scotty the Scout. Scotty the Scout can't be allowed to die. Scotty the Scout is always forever going to be safer. He ran... Actually, no. It was the previous iteration of Scotty that ran underneath the TC and lived. But the spirit continues. The tech-up comes out from Daniel Toms. Daniel is now up in Castle Age. He has got the Guild Hall. Are we going to get a monastery? Because there is plenty of relics to be grabbed here. And I have a feeling that Rongjing is not going to be going for them anytime soon. Although Rongjing is about to go for a tech-up, the farms continue. And he's even building the houses around the farms. Oh, it's the farming utopia, ladies and gentlemen. Because as we know, after a hard day of work, you just want to be able to go home. You don't want to have a long walk. You've been walking through fields all day working. You shouldn't have to walk across the entire city to go to sleep. Rongjing is he's at least a few hundred years ahead of city planners. What a wonderful lad. We still do not have a single hunting cabin, by the way. We do, however, have an Abbey of the Trinity on the way. So Rongjing could get access to 2 relics in this game. He'd have to burn through a wall to get an extra. And as we've seen, Rongjing is deeply attached to every individual military unit in his army. He doesn't want to throw them away. Except Scotty Mark 1. Scotty Mark 1 died for a valiant cause. He took 300 health off the Chamber of Commerce. If Scotty had several more kids, if Scotty had 20 kids, they would be able to overkill the Chamber of Commerce by those stats. And well, apparently, we haven't reached overkill point with the quantity of farms we've had in this game so far. Now Daniel Toms is joining in. Daniel, who could be going on the deer, he could be going on the boar. But boars give you owies, and owies are baddies. Unless you're a Dota 2 fan, in which case owies are cute. The double layering of water as well. And how much gold are we at? Like, so 522. How many workers? So he's got 7 over here. He has got the distillation. So basically, about probably somewhere between a third and half his gold, I think, is coming from traders. It's probably less. It's probably a third of the gold is coming from traders, if he's lucky. Third to a quarter. The rest is just gold miners. Because he's got another one over here. So in total, he's got 8. By default, they gather about 40 resources a minute. He's increased that by 30%. So he's close to 60 a minute, right? So, wait, so what we're at 40, and then we have to add in an extra 30%. So 52 times 8. Oh my god, it's even worse than I thought. So this is 52 times 8. He's getting about 400 from the miners, and the rest is coming from traders. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't try to do the Chamber of Commerce, but there is a point at which making the trade distance longer is quite worth. Because remember, folks, the way that trade works is that it scales exponentially. So if you double this distance from the neutral trade posts to where they're dropping off, you wouldn't just get 28. You get more like 40 or so. So it's worth having longer trade. But Daniel Toms realizes that, you know, my army's not very big. I can't defend a full length of the map trade route. That's just too dangerous. We already have set up the patrol groups, the border guards over here. We don't want to stretch ourselves too thin. Meanwhile, we are now 21 minutes into a game of Hideout, and the Rus have yet to build a hunting cabin. I can't. I don't think he's harmed a single animal this entire game. Not one. He hasn't even killed a single... Oh, sorry, no, he killed that scout. So technically he did harm an animal, folks. He harmed a horse. But I think horses have spent way too many years being kind of humanized. We always get attached to them. Right? For anyone who's watched that... Oh, what's it called? The one where the... Spoiler alert, where the horse gets stuck in the swamp and sinks. We got attached enough to horses at that point in life, okay? So I think we can accept a few horses dying. So we'll snipe out on the side. Rongjing is garrisoning... Please tell me those are not villages. Those are not villages. But he's garrisoning units in the defenses because you need to have arrows. He yoinks the relic. The horsemen are going to punish him. And Rongjing... Well... He doesn't have a T key on his keyboard because, you know, T sounds like T-bone, T-steak, and he's a vegetarian, so he simply cannot. So he's going to pick up the second relic. This is not too bad for Rongjing. Daniel Toms is playing very slow. He moved his entire army onto the eastern side, has done nothing with it. It's just a guard for his tech up. Daniel Toms now on the way up. He's stopped at 60 eco total. And remember, by the way, a decent chunk of this is going to be traders. So he stopped at 48 villages. Because any more than that, and, you know, it gets a little bit too crowdy over here in this little city, okay? I wouldn't really call it a city. It's a nice little humble town. If you guys, like, you ever talk to, like, your grandma and your grandpa, they tell you a story about how the city got ruined when it became a city, right? When you knew everyone's name, and you had that community feel, those were the good days. They don't want to lose that on both sides here. So tech ups come out. They both actually get Imperial Age about the same time. The Woodlines are actually... Folks, they're going to meet. They're actually going to meet. It's taking a long time, but they are actually going to meet. And I love this, by the way. Every single game of Bronze League Legends that I watch, there is one consistent pattern, and it is that they always get the eco upgrades. And Rongjing, oh, he went through that experimental phase. That should I be a vegan phase. He built a hunting cabin. Technically, he has not harmed any animals still, but he has finally built something that is technically in existence to cause harm to animals. We'll forgive him though, because right now he's just harming the crap out of that wheat. He's murdering a lot of wheat though. If we could get some wheat statistics in this game, I'd be very happy. I want to know just how many crops Rongjing has killed in this game. Because it's the only thing he's really killed. Bar 2 horsemen that we use. Bar 2 horses that we use for fertilizer. And people asking what I think the bounty is at. The bounty is at 0. Rongjing has not killed a single unit. He is a no bounty boy. You know, we live in a society where you wouldn't wear mink fur anymore. You get paint hurled on you. Rongjing doesn't want to risk people hurling paint on him. So he wears fully organic, no animals killed clothes. It's made of lint. No bunty. He is not an 80 bunty boy. He's a minus 80 bunty boy. He kills so little that he actually pays the deer to exist here. They're meant to just exist so that the villagers wake up each day and they're like, oh, look, Bambi. It's so beautiful. Little do they know that they just basically get to watch the deers hump all day and all night. I'm not really sure that was what they were going for with the whole beautiful thing. The other deer is also taking quite a liking to that horse you just saw. This is getting weird. We're going to move away now. The woodlines are getting closer though, folks. Soon. The timing might be upon us, but the problem is I don't think it's going to go that deep, considering that Rongjing did not wall. And Rongjing is paranoid on both sides. You can see he split his army. And Daniel Foams is going to do the same. We are getting a multi-pronged assault. In fact, no, don't do the boring thing, Daniel. Don't do it. Daniel might be going for a Sacred Site victory, folks. If he is, I'm really disappointed. They did set up a monastery. So they can get a monk to do this. In fact, they have 2 already. For now. No, kill! No. Damn it! Come on, there's no way this ends with a Sacred Site victory. Don't do it to me. It's okay. It's okay. We've noticed players forgetting about gates before. Now, admittedly, Daniel definitely knows about the existence of the gates and also this disgusting thing called a Stonewall Tower. But maybe they forget. Damn it. I think we might be heading towards a sad ending to this game. See, because even if Rongjing gets into a fight right now, Rongjing truly didn't stop at protecting animals. Rongjing is so against war, so fundamentally opposed to it, that he's only building spearmen to keep his opponent away. It's a stick to keep distance. On top of that, Rongjing is so against war that they never, ever built a blacksmith. We are 33.5 minutes into a game of Age of Empires 4, and Rongjing does not have a single blacksmith upgrade. He just wants to exist. He does not want to hurt man, deer, nothing. Daniel Foams, on the other hand, because he wanted more traders, has literally got every single eco upgrade in the game. Because who would pay for traders when you can get them for free? And Daniel still has... Oh my god, these monks... I'm not sure if Daniel forgot about them, or if he's just worried about the war. But it's time to trigger it. The war must begin. So Sacred Site's going to get capped. There is still a way that Rongjing can win this game, folks. All it takes is a few more trees. And folks, I don't know if he's doing it intentionally, but he's moving in. Wait, he's been... No! Dude, Rongjing is just actually a genius. Look how optimal that is. I thought he'd actually moved out of range of the Kremlin, but he's on the edge. So the time begins. 10 minutes until a win for Daniel. Rongjing, if he realizes the beast that he's created, he could end this faster. He could rush down the center. He could snipe out the landmarks. All the landmarks are in the same area. All the armies of Daniel are not. They are split up across the map. I do not know if this was his original intent all along. But at this point, I want to see what the vegan gamer can do. Has Rongjing been building more villages? He got a few extra, interestingly enough. So he built like 5 or 6 extra, and then they've just been idled since they were built. Meanwhile, Daniel, I think, also built a few additional villages, so he could join in on being idle. Because as we know, the way it usually works is when we watch Bronze games, they reach like the peak eco they want, and then if you see additional villages, it's because they need to build things. I am seriously not joking. I think in Daniel's case, it was just extra traders via the eco upgrades. You know what? Rongjing, he's not going to go for the full-in commitment down the center. He's going to go on the flank. Rams are moving in. Rams are confused. They don't understand. Are we meant to kill ourselves? Because we're wood and the Palisades are wood too. Now, this they're a bit more enthusiastic about. And on the keep. But bad fight to be taken. The Mangonels aren't being targeted out. He sends in the Horsemen because they counter. And that's a hold. I mean, Daniel's just taking out the army. There's not much left of this. There is a Bombard. 2 Mangonels. But keep in mind, like, this is going to be a slow breach, folks. In fact, oh, no. No. All right, I think we're going to go back that 2 times speed. Rongjing, I mean, this is the problem. When you take up a whole life of pacifism, when you will not even harm a sheep, a deer, or another human being, you're probably not going to know how to fight. And it seemed like he was a bit too fixated on the idea of what counters what, because he sent only horsemen to deal with the siege on the side, you know, spearmen to go in the cavalry, siege to try and take out the buildings. He did get through the castle. The problem, however, is he now has to get through these mini castles in the form of stone wall towers, and then another line of walls after that. And if he goes west, he has to take out an entire army. There is only one move left for Rongjing, folks. One move. One hope. They are not going to... they're not going to do it. I swear to God, if nobody uses that pass. So Ram's going to break the wall again. The villager is completely ignored. Sprune is at least going to be killed. But folks, we have only 4 minutes left. One's in chat if you think Rongjing can get there. 2's if not. He has got a Bombard. He has got a Ram. And he is slowly pushing Rongjing back. Oh, sorry, pushing Daniel back. But considering it took him 6.5 minutes to get here, I think there's only one place that Rongjing is going to go after this. And it's probably back to the lobby with a loss. The tree line. I think the tree line opens when there's 2 minutes left, and it's probably too late for a rush at that point. The dings ring, and Rongjing is still paranoid about leaving the western flank exposed. Now, some of you might be asking, why not build a wall? The problem with that is, like, although Rongjing has killed a lot of trees, he's realized that just not killing deer wasn't enough. Just not killing boar wasn't enough. He must now commit to saving the trees. These trees are not being killed to be built into something. They're just being repositioned into a safe room. This might be the final assault. 2 minutes left. Army is just wiped again. And Daniel has literally just been sitting here the whole time. Just dangling this Robotiquin going, I dare you. I dare you to come here. Rongjing is too fixated on this heavy micro-intensive fight on the eastern side. It's difficult when you have to hit that A-click. Will they at least discover each other as peace is established in our time in just a minute? A push in. Rongjing tries to make a move. Daniel forced to react by bringing in the Robotiquin, baby. By bringing in the Robotiquin. Okay, he doesn't even need it. Have they discovered each other? They never even found each other. 10 seconds left. No hope for Rongjing. I'm afraid the vegan gamer could not do it. The vegan gamer is not as strong as the e-commerce gamer.